All right, Monday show. Let's fucking do it.
I'm about to spit out the world's greatest show. Yeah, this is it. Better prepare your ears, it's gonna get insane. This dude out of his mind, does he spits his name? You ain't Chud, watch tribes, it's time to begin to talk about chuds and make fun of them. Shit in the trash world, oh lord, the world's on fire. Beyond parody, shit is getting dire. Religious bullshit, you know it make you feel like dying, cause it touches more children than an OBGYN. But go from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show, and it's coming your way. For the Dusty Show, it's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show. Time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show.
What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to the world's finest one-man show. It's the Dusty Show. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Thanks for joining me. It's Monday. About to get fucking down on Monday and do we do here? Kill it on the world's greatest show. So how you guys doing tonight? You're amazing. I love you. So gonna cover JD Vance. Finally, JD Vance stopped being a weird, creepy dipshit and did something cool. He did drag. So finally, I golf clap for JD Vance. Gonna cover that. All kinds of things going on. Richard Dawkins lied his ass off. Never have heroes, folks. Disappointed. Richard Dawkins. Gonna cover that. Did you guys hear about Tim Walz? The most popular person by far in the presidential campaign. Might drop out any second now. You guys hear about that? At least that's what conservatives are claiming. We're gonna look into that, see if there's any logic or reason to that argument coming up. But also in the after party, if you guys want to know about the Elon Musk Donald Trump interview, it seems to be going very poorly. Elon Musk is already blaming evil left-wing DDoSers for the fact that he can't get a simple phone call going on the website he paid $46 billion for. So anyway, if they get their shit together, gotta cover that in the after party. So don't even pay attention to that. Just pay attention to this show. I got you covered. We'll check into it later. But first, folks, hey, Super Chat's the lifeblood of the show. No questions dodged. Every question answered. As always, Super Chats are live and active. If you're watching this show, and you clearly are, hello. Boom, over here, there's a dollar sign. You click on it, and then you donate money, and then I read your words, because that's literally my job. So help out me and the Floating Cats. We have the A-Team here tonight. The originals, no NWO bullshit tonight, just the good old boys, never meaning no harm. So help out me and the Floating Cats tonight, and have me read your words in my amazing, godlike voice. And all right, let's go ahead and kick it off, folks. You know what we're going to begin with. It's time for some Chud Watch.
Chud Watch.
Yeah. And then what? And then what does everybody do? Woo! Hell yeah! And another week, folks. Another bunch of Trump zombies. Not going very well for the Trump campaign, which is a thing of beauty. But hey, these people are voting, so we got to pretend like we are 90 points down. Just the fuck in case. Remember Hillary was way ahead? Remember? And she fucking lost. So we can't let these people beat us, folks, because here are the caliber of people we are going up against.
Let me put it this way. You know what? Your faggot, I personally think that you dying would be a good thing for the United States. Hey,
they don't hurt anyone. You realize that's the vast majority.
Hey, you know you're a man, right? You know you're a man. You can tell you're a man. You've looked at yourself. You can tell. And a woman looked at herself. She can tell. Are you a retard that you don't know what your man parts are for a woman? Are they so stupid that they don't know? Or are they purposely being evil? All right?
Purposely being evil.
Stupidity or evil?
Evil.
Tell me which one is it?
Evil.
Looks like both to me right now.
Yeah, it is. Stupidity and evil. Sticking your dick up an ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see both.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you want to say in closing?
Yeah, go enjoy a peanut bag.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So classy.
Hey, I'm the one saying faggot. Yeah.
So proud of it. I'm the one saying faggot. Put me on the internet. I'm so edgy and brave. Dude's basically shaking in his boots. Oh my God. I'm a brave truth teller saying faggot. You're not even allowed to say it anymore. God bless America. Just good God. They are so lame. Yeah, I know at the beginning you couldn't hear that very well. That's not my fucking fault. And that, folks, not the best, not the brightest, but there's plenty of them.
Who are you voting for this year?
Well, obviously Donald J. Trump.
And why is that?
Taxes were low. Now the country's a mess. In the last 4 years, my business every year has declined underneath Biden.
Did you know we're still under Trump tax policy?
Trump, no, actually that's not true because the taxes were raised.
That's due to Trump tax policy.
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. Hey, well, facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. It's the truth. He set it up to where the super rich get permanent tax cuts, but the rest of us just temporary tax cuts. That was the whole plan all along. Throw us crumbs, and you dipshits fell for it because you have no fucking clue what's going on. And now, let's check in to see what the cops who support Donald Trump have to say.
And I watch how wokeness destroyed people of my age. They hate America, they hate guns, and I was law enforcement. And they were teaching us every day, because you're white, you cannot pull over people based on their skin color, you cannot judge.
Wait, what did they just say?
Over people based on their skin color.
Yeah, you can't pull over people based on their skin color. You're not supposed to be pulling anybody over based on their skin color. What the fuck are you talking about?
You cannot judge, and you have to watch your mouth, or they will kick you out of the military and punish you. I've watched good men be dishonorably discharged, and they forced the jab on us too. I had to get out at that point, and I watch how.
Wait a minute. What person got dishonorably discharged for not being racist? I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway, typical cop bullshit. Let's just pull people over because of their race. That seems perfectly fine, right? Who could have any problem with that? And folks, so scary. These fucking backwoods, toothless hillbillies, these cousin fuckers, they are voting. Are you?
What do you think of Kamala Harris?
Who's got the background? Oh my God, I'll murder everybody. Gonna make a dress out of your skin.
What do you think of Kamala Harris?
I don't know Kamala Harris. She's supposed to be taking care of our border, and she didn't. And maybe someone needs to check her paperwork, because from what the rumor tells me is she's not supposed to be running for an office.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
Something to do with her parents and when she was born.
Even though she was born in Oakland?
Yeah, you have to check the paperwork.
We have.
Don't know her.
You know Kamala Harris?
She don't really know stuff about what to do in the Capitol.
Yeah, she don't really know what to do in the cap. She not good at the talking with the words and the whatnot. She got too many teeth in her fucking head for me. I just gotta say, Donald Trump. And this next guy somehow is even dumber than the rest of them.
Don't really know stuff about what to do.
Not him.
In the Capitol.
This brain
I
genius.
don't see her stacking up against Trump, especially when she laughs at every single question that she's asked like a hyena, and she doesn't have that best wording with sentences even against Biden does. She's very
I gotta watch that again, folks. Oh my God, this is too beautiful.
stacking up against Trump, especially when she laughs at every single question that she's asked like hyena, and she doesn't have that best wording with sentences even against Biden.
She doesn't have that best of wording with the sentences. She ain't big on the book learning and the whatnots and the 2-4s and the who said it. And good God. What in the hell happened to this country?
She's very first grade with the way that she speaks.
Oh my God. No hint of irony whatsoever. No self-reflection. This dude, if he had an original thought, it would die of fucking loneliness. Don't got two brain cells to rub to fucking gather. Can't form a sentence to save his goddamn life. She can't talk.
Like, you know, she calls a school bus yellow. We know it's yellow. I mean, she speaks like a first grader.
Oh my God. This dude speaks less than that. 3-year-old. Preschool. Good God, y'all. Holy shit. And more of them. There's still more, folks. Lights are on, but nobody's home.
Hell yeah, I love America, and I hate Bud Light because it's full of queers. Yeah!
Yeah!
Freedom!
Woo! Exercise! Donuts!
That was all.
So, what
awesome.
What does
You
that
rule.
mean? What did you just said?
What does freedom mean?
No, you said I hate Bud Light. Why do you hate Bud Light?
Well, because they cater all the wokeness and the not the un-American spirit.
Un-American spirit.
What was un-American that they did?
I didn't think it that far through. I just got to write the word freedom on my chest and probably soak this shirt in Clorox so I could easily tear it because I don't have any muscle mass whatsoever. And that's as far as I fucking got. But Bud Light is the tranny semen. That's what they say on the Twitters. Just fuck us. What? And then, unsurprisingly, Trump supporters did a new viral trend where they dedicated that they're going to vote for Trump 88 days out. So if you don't know, 88 is Nazi lettering. This is a dog whistle. 88 is a famous white supremacist talking points, basically. My name is Three Side Story. I'm 43 years old. In 88 days, I will be voting for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Who's with me? Joey Marinero, Mr. Tranny Seaman. My name is Joey. I'm 30 years old. You're 30? Why are you so bald at 30? Holy God, what happened to you? So this is a horrible, horrible wig, if you guys don't know this, from Mr. Tranny Seaman. There's no way you're 30. That's got to be a troll. Dude, you got to be 50, at least. In 88 days, I'll be voting for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Who's with me? Chaya Rat Bitch, yeah, lives a TikTok paid by Elon Musk to post transphobic hate and get libraries, I guess, threatened with bombs and shit. My name is Chaya. I am 29 years old. You're 29? What the fuck? Being an evil, racist Nazi sure does age you. In 88 days, I will be voting for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Who's with me? Marcy Gunno. My name is Marcy. I am 20 years old. All right, I guess you look 20-ish. In 88 days, I'll be voting for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. I wonder why they picked 88 days to start this trend with. It's a mystery. Now, I know what they're doing. They're just trolling. Yeah, they're both trolling and also dog whistling at the same time. So if anybody calls them out, they're just like, we're just trolling you. Can't you take a joke? But they're also purposely sending signals to other races that, hey, I'm one of you. So it's both at the same time, obviously, but no surprises there. Meanwhile, there is something very sick about this picture. Oh, bitch. Instead of going towards the light like she should be doing, sitting in her wheelchair, holding a sign, mass deportation now. Yep. This is our land. Let's get rid of all the immigrants. We were born here, raised here, 1,000 generations in the past. This land belongs to us. Now, anybody that wants to come here, got to kick them the fuck out. Fascism right in your fucking face. I guess Grandma gonna get her scooter and her AR-15 and kill us all. Look how happy she is to be a fascist racist. They would love going to the afterlife knowing they killed a bunch of us, folks. They're goddamn psychopaths. Meanwhile, Donald Trump asked straight out, hey, are you going to be restricting contraception? Which is what conservatives want to do also. It's not enough to make you carry your rapist baby. It's not enough for 13-year-old rape victims to be forced to carry babies. No, they're going to take away your contraception, folks, to ensure that you have a bunch of kids because they're worried about, I guess, white people not having enough babies or whatever. Anyway, he doesn't say the word no. You'll notice right off the bat.
So related to this is the whole issue of contraceptives. Do you support any restrictions on a person's right to contraception?
Well, we're looking at that, and I'm going to have a policy on that very shortly. And I think it's something that you'll find interesting, and it's another issue.
That's another issue. I already have a policy. Just believe me. Just believe me. I've already thought this through. We have amazing policy. The best policy you ever even imagined. And I'll be telling you about it. Trust me. 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. But yes. Only thing you had to say was no. No, of fucking course not. Of course, I'm not restricting birth control. What kind of crazy motherfucker would restrict birth control? I've had all kinds of abortions. I use birth control on every prostitute or porn star I have sex with. Clearly, I am not going to restrict, but no, can't say that, folks. Got to pander to the Christians and right-wingers who want to force us all to have rape babies. Meanwhile, here's why he thinks he's getting the suburban woman vote.
I think suburban women like me a lot. You know, it's fake stuff. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, why wouldn't women love me? I mean, yeah, I'm going to take away your birth control and make you have your rapist babies. Yes, I'm a misogynistic piece of shit in every meaning of the word, but they love me. Why? Why would they love you, Donald Trump?
You know, I put something in when I was president.
Was it a
there
dick?
will be no low-income housing developments built in areas that are right next to your house. You have a house in the suburbs. You're so proud. And then they want to build a low-income job with a 30-story building next to your house. And your house is worthless. And I stopped it. And then they say, well, I don't think suburban women like them. I think they like me.
Hey, suburban women are just as big a piece of shit that I am, folks. Don't want the poors next to them. And I stopped the poors from having affordable housing in your neighborhood. So they're going to love me because they're just as racist and despicable as I am. Holy, I don't think they are, Donald. I do not think that is true. Hopefully. But they hate the poors like I do. That's a great talking point. Meanwhile, dude is so fucking sad that Kamala Harris is now his opponent. He can't even hide it, folks. He is wishing so bad that Joe Biden wouldn't have stepped out of the race. Look at this sad sack motherfucker.
We're going to get Joe Biden out of the White House. What's he doing now? Greg, what's he doing? You know, he wanted to debate. If we didn't have a debate, he'd still be there. Can you imagine if we didn't have a debate? Why the hell did I debate him?
Why the hell did I debate him? Now I'm going to get beat by Kamala Harris. I'm so sad. I done fucked up, y'all. I should have been a chicken shit and not fucking debated him. But now I'm going to get my ass whipped by a woman. Love it. And did you guys hear about him lying his ass off about being on a helicopter with former Mayor Willie Brown, which never fucking happened? So he made up this lie. He actually gets two different black guys mixed up together. But the only reason he's bringing this up in order to push a lie that Willie Brown, who used to have a relationship with Kamala Harris, actually told him some really negative, horrible stuff about Kamala. Wasn't a fan of hers at all, which also never happened. But how he's trying to sell this lie is by telling another lie about how he was in a helicopter crash with Willie Brown.
Around Vice President Harris's relationship with Willie Brown, former mayor of San Francisco, and how that might have intersected with her career trajectory. So I'm just wondering if you followed that discussion at all and have any thoughts on that.
Well, I know Willie Brown very well. In fact, I went down in a helicopter with him. We thought maybe this is the end. We were in a helicopter going to a certain location together, and there was an emergency landing. This was not a pleasant landing, and Willie was... he was a little concerned. So I know him pretty well. I mean, I haven't seen him in years. But he told me terrible things about her. But this is what you're telling me anyway, I guess. But he had a big part in what happened with Kamala. But he I don't know, maybe he's changed his tune, but he was not a fan of hers very much at that point.
That's right. We were in a helicopter together, and we were going down, and Willie was shitting his britches. He was like, I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you. And right before he thought he was going to die, he told me a bunch of stuff about Kamala Harris. She's like, she's a hoe. She sucked a bunch of dick to get all her jobs. She's unqualified. Told me all about it right before we almost died. And then they asked Willie Brown about it. Hey, Willie, did any of that fucking happen?
Just to clear things up, have you ever been in a helicopter that made an emergency landing with Donald Trump?
No.
Have you ever been in a helicopter with Donald Trump?
No.
He is apparently tonight getting angry about all of this, calling the New York Times and berating them for their story on this, claiming, he says, we have the flight records of the helicopter, and apparently said the helicopter landed in a field. You have no memory of anything like that ever happening?
No.
What could he possibly be thinking about?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. The dude's a fucking nut. Just make shit up. It's Donald Trump. He will lie when the truth will work better. No making sense of that motherfucker. And yeah, apparently it was this man he's thinking of. Former President Donald Trump mixed two black politicians up when he told the story of being in a helicopter that had an emergency landing. It was Nate Holden, a former city councilman and state senator from Los Angeles, who said in an exclusive interview late Friday that he remembers the near-death experience well. Willie is the short black guy living in San Francisco. I am a tall black guy living in Los Angeles. I guess we all look alike, and yep, that's what it is. All you darkies look alike to Donald Trump. He can't be bothered to tell you a fucking part. But nope, hey, it gave him a good opportunity to lie about Willie Brown, talking trash about Kamala Harris. So that's all that fucking matters. And then, when they interviewed everybody who said it never happened, said he's mixing us up, Donald Trump doubled, tripled, quadrupling down, threatening to sue the New York Times for telling the truth about the story. Donald says, in the fake news story done by the failing New York Times on Willie Brown and his little helicopter ride with me many years ago, there were logs, maintenance records, and witnesses. There was also a story on Willie and me. Why can't the radical left failing New York Times write accurately and fairly on me? See, following truth. I only have one major goal in life, and that is to make America great again. Wouldn't that be a good thing for the New York Times? Think of it. They could be great again. Yeah, they could be great again and just push any lie I tell. The truth doesn't fucking matter. It's a post-truth society. Stop fact-checking me, New York Times. I'm going to sue everybody. Then, folks, it gets even fucking better. Donald Trump has been flying around all week in Jeffrey Epstein's old plane. You can't make this fucking shit up. Imagine you're a billionaire. Imagine with all the available planes buying Jeffrey Epstein's old private jet. And yep, why is Donald Trump now campaigning from Jeffrey Epstein's private jet? Just good God. How is this real life? Now, his campaign says this was an accident. They claim they had no idea that it was Jeffrey Epstein's old plane. Oopsies. So the last thing he wants is to be connected with Jeffrey Epstein, you know, which he is. They were good friends. He was in the little black book 12 different times, multiple flights in the Lolita Express. So nice. Hopefully this puts more spotlights on his connections to pedophilia, because Donald Trump is a pedophile. And meanwhile, speaking of pedophiles, this picture went viral once again, and I think I speak for everybody when I say, yikes! What the fuck is wrong with these people? First, you got Donald Trump talking about wanting to have sex with his daughter, how she's a hot piece of ass. And then you got this fucking Oedipus bullshit, calling Dr. Freud, what in the fuck? I can honestly say, folks, I have never in my entire goddamn life straddled my mother. What the hell is wrong with these creepy weirdos? And speaking of unfortunate photos, did they even vet J.D. Vance? It started to think like they didn't, because a couple photos of him in drag from his college days have been released, and I'm just saying, killing it. Finally, J.D. Vance does something cool. I was starting to worry about it, but you go, J.D. Vance. Can I get an amen? If you can't love yourself, how's anybody else going to love you? And then here he is again, folks. Another picture. This one not as good. Should have shaved that beard, JD Vance. But anyway. What's your drag name? Sofa Loren? No, I think his drag name is probably Ashley Furniture. That'd be my guess. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this is where the whole guyliner thing started. He never fucking dropped it. So obviously, I think this is super fucking cool. But somehow, I don't think MAGA is going to find it as cool as I do. Like, honestly, I would not be surprised at this point to see Donald Trump drop JD Vance. He might do it. I'm not saying he's going to do it, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if he, like, went public and he was like, JD Vance is a great pick, but the left, they just don't play fair. The left pulling stuff from the past, and it's just become a huge distraction. So while I thank JD Vance for the amazing, wonderful, terrific, top-tier job he did, it's become too much of a distraction. So it's because the left caused this. It's all the left's fault. It's wokeness. They're responsible for me getting rid of JD Vance and picking somebody else. So we'll see. It would look bad if he did it, but that ain't never stopped him before. Meanwhile, Donald Trump certainly has a type, doesn't he? Yep. Pretty little blondes that look like his daughter. Get it? I guess you could pretend like Donald Trump's big, fat, dimpled ass is some couch cushions, right? You could make do with it, JD Vance. Get all up in there. Your tongue's already been up there. Meanwhile, they've already started making the videos, folks. I got to turn the audio down, but here's one. Wooka chaka. Wooka chaka. Got JD Vance dancing. Gotta love AI. Just instantly turn any photo into a dance competition. You get it, JD. He is serving cunt. And I'm here for it, folks. And then Dana Bash demolished him. Always hypocrisy with these people. Even though JD Vance is flip-flop every fucking step of the way. He's a fucking lizard person, like a space alien trying to pretend to be a human being and just doing whatever he thinks he has to do from moment to moment to get elected. But it's always projection with these people, so he's going to accuse Kamala Harris of being the exact same person that he is.
She wanted to open the border, but now she doesn't. She should have to answer for why she presents a different set of policies to one audience and a different set of policies to another audience. And I think that's what President Trump is getting at. This is a fundamentally fake person. She's different depending on who she's in front of.
No shame.
With respect, you
Please.
changed your position on an important thing, which is Donald Trump.
Of course I did.
And so why are you not a chameleon?
Of course I did. Yes, I did exactly what she did, but at least I'm honest about it. So here's the thing. Even if every word that he is saying right now about Kamala is true, it's not, but let's say it is for the sake of argument. She wanted open borders, but she never did, and she changed her mind about it. Like, these attacks are the weakest fucking attacks. They have absolutely nothing. Even if they were 100% true, they are still completely toothless, which just shows you the desperation they have reached. I fucking love it, folks. And then Jesse Ventura, the butter, came out to body JD Vance on CNN.
Governor Ventura, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm really eager to hear your take on this because you are a former Navy SEAL. You served in Vietnam. And I have to ask you what you think of this attack from the Trump-Vance ticket on Governor Walz's military service.
Well, Laura, I'll tell you what I think. I think it's shameful. I think it's shameful that a veteran would attack another veteran. Governor Walz served honorably for 24 years in the National Guard.
Doesn't matter. They don't care.
After 20 years, you are eligible to retire at any time you deem necessary. They talk about him missing his deployment. Well, maybe Mr. Vance should ask the real question. What is the National Guard doing deploying to a foreign country in a foreign war? Well, let's go into history and figure out how that happened. That happened because George W. Bush and Dick Cheney went into the Iraq War based on lies, no weapons of mass destruction, no ties to Al-Qaeda, nothing with 9/11, and they ran out of bodies. They needed more bodies. They couldn't implement a draft. That would be political suicide. So what George Bush did was sign an executive order sending the National Guard into foreign deployment. The National Guard is not for foreign deployment. They're name says what they do. They guard our nation from within.
But it just goes to show you conservatives are full of fucking shit 100% of the time. They pretend like they care about the military men, but the moment you're on the opposite side, they will use your military record to try to slander you with, which is exactly what they're doing to Tim Walz. I doubt that's going to go very good for you guys, but please keep it the fuck up. And you ever notice that without a beard, J.D. Vance looked like he's about to steal Pee Wee Herman's bicycle? I don't know. Watch out, Pee Wee! And then... Oh, yeah, folks, I fucking love it. So I covered this a little bit on the last show, but I didn't cover the extent of the hilarity of this. So, Cat Turd. At first, he was all like, the left crying about Joe Rogan 24/7 is making him 1,000 times more popular. That's right, you fucking whiny titty babies left. Always crying about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's awesome and only becoming more and more popular. Then Cat Turd was like, dear leftist, Joe Rogan can say anything he wants on his podcast, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it but cry. That's right, motherfuckers. It's his podcast. Free speech, sluts. He can say whatever he wants to, and all you guys do is cry. We're crying about what Joe Rogan is saying on his podcast. You guys are pathetic. And then he's like, so I've never been a Joe Rogan fan. Can't stand him. Yes, he has a popular podcast, but I've always thought he was absolutely politically dumb, even though I've never said it before, and in fact said quite the opposite. He's great at figuring things out 2 years after we do. What a legend. So did it surprise me when he endorsed idiot RFK Jr. today? LOL, no. We are talking about the same fucking idiot who endorsed Bernie Sanders, right? He's the podcast equivalent of a dumb blonde joke. And then he's like, who has the gayest low IQ, dumb male blonde joke political infant podcast in the world? Joe Rogan or Joe Rogan? Oh, shit. What happened to Joe Rogan can say anything on his podcast he wants to? What happened to Cry More, noobs? What happened? It's only making him 1,000 times more popular. Uh-oh. Seems like you might be a little bit of a hypocrite, Cat Turd. And that, him and Bald Tim Pool fighting over this, folks, and I love to see it. The right is eating itself. Cat Turd. The cringiest thing imaginable right now is the podcast bros, die-hard fence riders, sipping for Bernie bro Joe Rogan, who literally just endorsed weirdo RFK Jr. and refuses to interview Trump and pretends he's somehow on our side. Speaking of burning bridges, that one's aimed at Bald Tim Pool. So Bald Tim Pool firing back. I hope they kill each other. Bald Tim Pool is like, struggle session, Cat Turd. Can't handle people who disagree. Sad. It's so sad. The only thing sadder than that is people who are super, super insecure about being bald. And more Tempo calling all MAGA, basically, crybabies. Trump has bad advisors. Start going to war with moderates. Is that the plan? He says, making fun of Trump for calling out Joe Rogan. And damn, these guys are bigger crybabies than the Krasensteins. Look how fast they cry over Trump. Holy shit. Brendan Daly. He's the, I would call him a meathead, but he's not muscular. The doughy bitch who does all the Trump memes. It's like, hey, Timcast, shut the fuck up the next time the men are talking. Yeah, super manly. Brendan Dilly. Just good guy. But I love it, folks. Fight to the death. I'd pay $1 for that. And then last but not least, I lied, there's two more. Second to last but not least, Aiden Ross, who recently interviewed Donald Trump. Mad because he tried to give Donald Trump, who is a billionaire, a really expensive Rolex and a Cybertruck, which, it's a campaign violation. Not anybody's fault except for, the law, I guess. But, Trump supporters, they don't really like the law very much, especially when they want to break it. And so it's not the fault of HasanAbi at all. HasanAbi pointed out that it's an FEC campaign violation. but he didn't write the law. So now Aiden Ross is all mad at HasanAbi for pointing out that it's a campaign violation. And so Aiden Ross had to take back his gifts from Donald Trump. And so now he's offered a $1 million bounty for anybody that will come forward and claim that HasanAbi groomed them when they were underage, folks. Seems like this is highly fucking illegal. But here he is hoping that someone was molested, I guess, by HasanAbi. Doesn't give a shit if there was pedophilia or whatever, just as long as his enemies are hurt by it. Here he is putting a bounty out.
Trainwrecks is right. Y'all all got some shit on you and I can't wait for it to drop. Can't fucking wait. Holy shit. Bro, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh my God. Hasan, I cannot wait for that. I'm praying. Yo, I'm praying to God your shit leaks this year. I will pay $1 million. Whoever finds the shit on him, $1 million, swear to God. I locked. I'm praying, bro. Trainwreck.
Man, they have so much money. Imagine paying $1 million just to try to dig up dirt on somebody as a fucking streamer. And he's got the turkey veneers. These guys go to Turkey and they get these awful fucking super white veneers. It looks bad. And you should feel bad about Aiden Ross. And then last but not least on Chud Watch, folks, never have heroes. Don't ever put anybody on a pedestal. They'll only disappoint you. Case in point, Richard Dawkins, who is now nothing but your common run-of-the-mill everyday chud. So sad to say this, folks. I'll just read this beautiful article written by Friendly Atheist. Go subscribe to the Friendly Atheist. On Friday, best-selling atheist author Richard Dawkins claimed that his Facebook page had been shut down all because of a tweet he made condemning the female boxer who has been wrongly described by many on the right as male. None of that made any sense at the time, and now there's proof that Dawkins was spreading a lie. It may be too late, though, since the right-wing conspiracy theories have broadcast that misinformation to their massive audience, which was the whole point. Play the victim. It's amazing how quickly he became adept at being a right-wing grifter. Just immediately play the victim, claim that you've been censored, no evidence whatsoever. Just jump right on that martyrdom. All of this began over a week ago after Dawkins shared an article while claiming that two men masquerading as women were allowed to box in an Olympics against real women. One of those boxers was Amin Khalif, an Algerian who later went on to earn gold. So he says, two men masquerading as a woman are being allowed to box against real women in the Olympics. Just shameless. No evidence of this whatsoever. Doesn't need any. Richard Dawkins used to be the type of guy that used to claim that he only went where the evidence led him. He doesn't just speculate about stuff. He would never do that. He's big on logic and reason, but of course now he's just a right-wing chud. Don't give a fucking shit. Just whatever he can do to smear anybody, whatever he can do to spread his trans panic. Johnny on the spot's doing a heartbeat. If you haven't followed this controversy, Khalif was accused of having XY chromosomes and therefore not being a real woman. The problem with that argument is that Khalif was assigned female at birth and identifies as a woman today. She's not trans, she's not intersex, and I even thought she might be intersex, but apparently there's no evidence of that either. She was never anything except female. The International Olympic Committee said Khalif and the other boxer met their eligibility criteria. Beyond all that, it's ludicrous to think an openly trans person could exist in Algeria, where LGBTQ rights are non-existent, much less represent them at a global competition. In fact, there are no trans athletes at this year's Olympics, though they might be eligible under certain circumstances. The controversy emerged after stories spread about how the two boxers were eliminated from the International Boxing Association's World Championship last year after the IBA's Russian president said they failed a gender eligibility test due to XY chromosomes. Those claims, however, were never backed up by any evidence. And oh, hey, what a coincidence. Khalif's disqualification at the event helped boost the prospects of a Russian athlete. It's telling the IBA didn't disqualify Khalif until after she had beaten that Russian opponent. And then he didn't mention this, but afterwards, the IBA basically put out what is a press release, but it was mainly used to be an advertisement for the IBA. They gave the woman that she beat $50,000 and use it as an advertising campaign to, I guess, draw attention to their boxing league. The allegation that Khalif was a male punching a female in the name of sport, as J.K. Rowling insisted, had no basis in reality. Yet Dawkins not only spread that lie, spread Russian propaganda, really. He went on to mock the very idea of trans people competing in any sport. There he is. Everybody's dipshit, boomer, MAGA uncle, Richard Dawkins. Bikers who identifies as a cyclist wins the Tour de France. First biological cheetah who identifies as a man set to take gold for Liechtenstein at the Paris Olympics. So hilarious. So new. What fresh material Dawkins is throwing out there. Sadly, none of this is very surprising. Dawkins has been spreading transphobic ideas for some time now, but the shit didn't hit the fan until Friday when he said his Facebook account had been deleted because of this post. Says, my entire Facebook account has been deleted, seemingly, no reason given, because I tweeted that genetically male boxers, such as Iman Khalif, XY Undisputed, even though it's heavily fucking disputed by her, by tons of fucking people, but don't let that get in the way of your bullshit, Richard Dawkins. He doesn't care about evidence anymore, folks. Should not fight. Women in Olympics. Of course, my opinion is open to civilized argument, but outright censorship? That's right. I'm a victim, y'all. Oh my God, cancel culture came for me. Just doesn't have to back this up with anything, folks. Just a claim that he knows is bullshit. He knows it's not true, folks. But he's jumping on the oppression Olympics because he knows that's where the fucking money is, y'all. This is how desperate Richard Dawkins is for attention now. Sunken so fucking far, dude. Just to be clear, Dawkins is literally wrong when he says Khalif is genetically male and that her supposed XY chromosomes are undisputed. The allegation is very much in dispute, and Dawkins is just straight up lying about it. That tweet got plenty of traction after it was amplified by a chorus of bigots, including Elon Musk. Yep, shocking. Elon Musk spreading your shit, Dawkins. Congratulations. This is what you have become. Facebook, aka Meta, can never be trusted, said Elon Musk after spreading this bullshit. Which begs the question, Dawkins' claim never made any sense, though. Why would Facebook punish him for something he posted on Twitter? They wouldn't. Facebook literally does not give a shit what you post on Twitter. It's just so stupid. Dawkins knows this, but he doesn't care. Those are two different companies. They have different moderation rules. Why would Facebook punish him for bigotry that is routinely shared on Facebook? Evangelist Franklin Graham, just to name one example, has said far more hateful things about transgender people far more frequently. His page remains up and running. If you want to find bigotry on Facebook, you won't have to look far. It's everywhere. There's just no way Dawkins would be punished this severely for this reason. Why would Facebook delete a page without explanation? I've been penalized for various things I posted in the past, but Facebook always tells me what the problem is, whether or not I agree with it, to prevent me from doing it again. They also send warnings before a page is deleted. So what the hell happened? Well, Dawkins' tweet about Facebook has now been deleted without explanation. Uh-oh. Well, you think if he realized he was wrong, he'd want to correct the record, clear the air, put out the truth, so he would not mislead people? But no, Dawkins is beyond that now. Dawkins wants to mislead you now. This is who he has become. His Facebook page is back up and running. And here's the kicker. Danny Lever, Public Affairs and Communications Director at Meta, which owns Facebook, says there was no censorship issue at all. Dawkins' page just got hacked and the company shut it down until Dawkins could verify the page was his. This is not what happened, says Danny Lever. Dawkins' account appears to have been compromised or hacked, so we took action to secure the account and prevent wrong usage of the page. That step was taken on July 30th. His last post was on July 25th, before the Olympics even started, and was not even topical to boxing. This action had nothing to do with any content Mr. Dawkins posted, and we are in the process of restoring the page as soon as it is secured. While we were focused on securing the page, we forget that we weren't able to communicate this to other account holders more promptly. And yep, so lie. Just fucking ridiculous, Richard Dawkins. Have you no shame? Like, literally, dude, you can't be happy with what you've become. I know you took some shit from the left, dude. I know, right? It hurt your ego. But instead of becoming this thing you've become, this giant fucking embarrassment, maybe, like, do some introspection. Try to lower that ego a little bit and realize what a fucking ridiculous dipshit you have become and correct yourself, before it's too late and you go into the light and then it's over. Your reputation is ruined for fucking ever. You have a very limited window to save your legacy, dude. Please. Do what the fuck you want to. Who gives a shit? Dumbass. And that is my Chud watch for the night. Hells yeah. He doesn't want a lawsuit. He might get one anyway. She's suing everybody, and she should. Hopefully she'll start with Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling. Hopefully she'll take a DNA test and it comes back that she has, just normal chromosomes and she can just sue the fuck out of these people. Easily win. We'll see what the fuck happens. And all right, folks, hey, I have a patron. Patreon.com/KaiCast. Here we go. Boom! Shut up, Dusty! Yeah. If you click on the More button in the description of the video, the very first link takes you to my Patreon. If you can click on that and then click on Become a Member, could you please consider becoming a member patron? Not only do you get access to every after party, and there's some good shit on there, but you also get to help out me and the Floating Cats, get to help me keep the lights on, and you get to support the world's greatest one-man show. I love you forever. Thank you in advance. And all right, let's read the super chats. What we got tonight? How's everybody doing out there? Heroes, each and every one of you, but mostly these people who gave me money. Like Rebecca Poise, hero to us all. Looking forward to the rerun. Hell yeah. Damn East Coast time. Messing with seeing my favorite show live. Thank you for your rigorous reporting of the genocide of the Palestinians. Man, it's so bad this week, y'all. Somehow it's worse than I've ever seen it this week. It's coming up. Thank you, Rebecca. Good to see you. Looking forward to hanging out with you tomorrow. BBC, $20. Suffocating for the win. I'm out. Love you all. Anyways, I think we know why Shady Vance wears eyeliner. He needs to come out of the closet. We will accept his coming out over here on the left. Coconut Wave inbound, hell yeah. Woo-woo, Coconut Express. Apparently, J.D. Vance mentioned in one of his books or something that he thought he might be gay when he was growing up. So, yeah, it all fucking tracks, folks. Gay as shit, J.D. Vance. Got himself a nice Indian beard. Spit out a couple kids. But can't hide from me, J.D. Vance. Thank you, BBC. And BBC, five socialist tickets to tonight's after party. If you guys got one of those, show up and give BBC your love. And if you're watching this on the replay, you need to show up live. Because if you show up live, you get a chance to win a ticket. It's all random. But people like BBC give away free tickets and they randomly go to people, but only if you're here live. Gives you access to every after party, including the one tonight, and like a month's worth. So you want to show up live to get your chance to win. And Mr. Anderson, hello, Mr. Anderson. 20 free tickets from super fucking hero Mr. Anderson. That's the way to do it. If you got a ticket, show up at tonight's after party and give Mr. Anderson all your love. He's a badass. And Metametheus. Been a member for 7 months. The gay-hating dude is super jealous that he was brainwashed into suppressing his homosexuality. Yeah, no, just suck a dick, dude. You'll feel so much better. Adam Smasher, $10. J.D. Vance looks like a cut of lovable meat. I mean, he used to. Now he looks like some stale old spam that's been left out for 3 months. I wouldn't eat that shit, but you do you, Adam Smasher. Thank you. I appreciate you. Welcome to PTL Heroes. Sand Groper. That's the way you do it. That's the upper echelon of the Dust Buddies. And appreciate you. You're badass, Sand Groper. Spam the chat with impunity, buddy. What a V. Hi, Dusty. Stopping by to say hello and drop some support for you and the Floating Kitties. We'll check out the replay. Hope you are well. Take care. I'm awesome, V. And thanks to you, I'm $5 better. You rock. And $30 from YT Wonder. If Trump should lose the election, do you think he'll end up fleeing the country and seek refuge in Russia? Maybe. Or is that too far-fetched? It would be a fitting end to this travesty. I don't know about Russia. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to another country. They did have an extradition treaty with America, but yeah, we'll see. I would love to see how that fucking happen, though. That would be amazing. I think he'll probably just die. He'll probably just try to fight it out in court, so they just fucking die before too long. That'd be my guess, but who knows? Demon X Play! Cybertruck's so trash, insurance companies refuse them. Love it. $140,000 paperweight. You bought a trash can, now you own it. $2 from Django Fett went up to you. Thumbs up, Django. Oh, Richard Devin, $50. I'm going to read you so sexy. Love you, man. You know what? I love you, Rich. So sexy. Keep fighting the good fight. Oh, I will, baby. You know I will. Gonna fight all the good fights just for you, Rich. Kisses. And thank you, Rich. You rock. That definitely wasn't weird at all. And Jupiter Quake, $20. There's an episode of Spider-Man where he meets a robot and assumes he's a mindless machine until the robot states he is sentient. AI, to which Spider-Man simply says, all right then. That's how we should treat trans people. Yeah, and also AI. Hear me out. So, who am I to say AI is not eventually going to be sentient and needs to be protected, have rights just like the rest of us, all right? I'm just saying, I, for one, welcome our AI overlords. And then, Agent Orange, what up, Agent Orange, $25. Also generous, Agent Orange, as always. Dawkins was one of my influencers once upon a time, and Dawkins taught me evolution, man. Now, I didn't learn it until I was in my 30s, and I was watching Dawkins evolution videos for children. Yes, that's embarrassing, but not that embarrassing. At least I learned. Taught me all kinds of shit. Dawkins coined the term memes, basically invented the concept of memes. Super genius. And then he got old and egotistical, and his brain rotted out of his asshole. It's sad to see. God damn it, why couldn't he have died like 10 years ago? Fuck Richard Dawkins! Everybody outstays their welcome. Now he's no better than religious people who lying straight to your face while using their religion to turn people against each other just for being different. What the fuck, man? Yeah, ego is a hell of a drug. Couldn't handle the little bit of backlash he took for his bullshit anti-trans and misogynistic views. So jump ship. That's what a lot of them do. And there's always lots of money on the right-wing grift. So I hate to see it. James White, $10. I've watched you for a couple years. Fuck yeah. And have been supporting the Patreon for almost a year. You rock. I trust you for political info and have very, very few criticisms. You're awesome. Hey, you're awesome, James White. Like, I'm not perfect. I do the best I can, though. And I appreciate your support, me, James. And Buddy Cooper, $5. Muscle to you. You're the boss. And Kevin Milligan, 5 free tickets to tonight's after party. Amazing. If you got one, show up tonight. Check the community section and the membership section of YouTube for your ticket, for your link to the after party, and give Kevin Milligan all the love when you show up. Come hang out with me tonight. Hell yeah. And all right, folks, still plenty of time to get your super chat in if you want to. If you're able, if you want to hear my beautiful voice read your words, do it. Immortalize yourself on the world's greatest show forever and ever. No, get out. No, don't do that, asshole. Stop it. Stop it. It's not time for that yet. Do not do that. All right, fine. I'll give you guys some. Let's just do a little impromptu kitty party just to get these motherfuckers. You guys don't even want it. You don't even want it. There you go. There you go. Fuck off. No, that's all you get for now. All right. We got Violet, Pretty Boy, and Half Stash. Only ones ever. Oh, we got a new one. Oh, who is that? Who is that? Oh, that was Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda showed up for a second. Awesome. An extra bonus sighting. And all right, folks, get your super chats in. Get rid of all the rest of it at the end of the show. But for now, moving along, it's time for this section, whose name I'm never going to change. And I actually made a new intro video for this. It's terrible. But hey, I'm going to do better. I just threw this together real quick. So, all aboard! Woo, woo, the Coconut Express! Hell yeah. That's never changing. And first off, on the Kamala Coconut Express, y'all. So you guys who watched the last show saw me shit all over Kamala Harris for her incredibly tone-deaf take on the anti-genocide protesters who are just trying to get her to stop murdering children in our name. She went on Girl Boss and she was like, I'm talking, y'all. Don't you dare try to get me to stop murdering children. I'm talking. And of course, like I always am, I'm like, push this bitch. Never stop pushing. Just because we got Biden out there does not mean we're going to stop fucking pushing. Hells to the gnaw. Because it seems like they're listening for once. It seems like the Democrats are actually listening to what influencers like me, to what people on the Twitters are saying, and they're responding almost in real time, which she did her, folks. She almost immediately course corrected because of the pressure we put on her. And here's her new response when she got heckled by protesters.
Which which includes respecting the voices that I think that we are hearing from. And let me just say this on topic of what I think I'm hearing over there. Let me just speak to that for a moment, and then I'm going to get back to the business at hand. So let me say, I have been clear. Now is the time to get a ceasefire deal and get the hostage deal done.
All right. That's an improvement. Better message.
Now is the time. And the president and I are working around the clock every day to get that ceasefire deal done and bring the hostages home.
All right, still pretty much bullshit. They're still funding the genocide and murdering a bunch of children. But hey, better messaging at least. At least she's listening to her on the message, listening to us on the messaging. So better. This is why we pressure folks, though. This is why we don't stop pushing. People are like, hey, the important thing, Dusty, is to make sure Trump doesn't get elected. Don't be too hard on her. No, fuck this bitch. I'm going to push her to the goddamn day I die. When she gets in office, we're never stopping pushing, okay? Yeah, we're going to support her. Yeah, we're going to help her get elected. But we're going to push every goddamn step of the way. This is the only way you make change. You don't back the fuck down. You don't back off. There are children dying. Hell to the gnaw. Make her listen. And we're going to do it, folks. Meanwhile, it seems to be going really well for Kamala Harris. Her crowd size are giant. Huge crowd at the Harris rally in Arizona today. I don't remember anything like this since Obama. She's packing them in, folks. It's glorious to see. And here's the crowd size photo. Oh, it's hilarious, too, folks. One of the things she's doing is she's going on True Social. And she's posting her crowd size photos on True Social in order to troll Donald Trump, which is fucking glorious. Funny as shit. More of this, please. But here's Trump's last rally in Phoenix versus the Harris-Walz rally in Phoenix. Here's Trump. Oh, it's sad. Chase the vote. And here's Kamala. Boom. That's a lot of motherfuckers in those seats. And apparently, motherfucker, Kamala Harris's favorite curse word. That's right off her own lips, y'all. And I love it, folks. This person definitely going to get fired.
Okay, so we are going to let you see the crowds. I know that's why a lot of you love to watch, is to see the crowds, and the crowds are here.
So this is a Trump rally, folks. They're always saying the media never scans the camera around and shows the true sides of the crowd.
You can always depend on Right Side Broadcasting Network to show you the people. So we're going to let you see the crowds, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, that's it. It's empty as shit. It's empty as motherfucking shit, and I love it. You are so fired. And folks, he is breaking down, y'all. Donald Trump is breaking the fuck down over the crowd sizes. That was his thing. Remember, Joe Biden could get 5 people in a room together, and I get 100,000, and now Kamala Harris is whooping his monkey ass all over the fucking place. And so this is how crazy they've gotten, folks. Purge mask Laura Loomer claiming that they're faking the crowd sizes for Kamala Harris. And this is so beautiful because they ain't got shit, folks. This is how desperate they are. Here's the evidence that the photo posted by the Kamala Harris campaign was manipulated with AI. Stop lying. They're lying, folks. All of the lies. Look, the reflection. You can't see the crowd in the reflection. It's all a bunch of lies. Kamala Harris ain't getting nobody. Only here's the thing. There was thousands of recordings of it from people that were there. Kamala's crowd size in Detroit, Michigan has been confirmed and authenticated by photos and videos. It was streamed live all over the fucking place. But they're so far gone that they're now claiming everything is AI. Who are you going to believe, me or your own lying eyes? It is incredibly fucking pathetic. They're even putting out videos like this to try to prove that Kamala Harris faked the whole thing. Here she is. Looks like she's walking down an escalator. Weird. And then, oh, look at that! Proof! Proof, folks! Proof! Only, it literally says satire right here in the fucking corner. It says Snickers, satire. Don't let that get in the way. Just completely fucking ridiculous. So guess who jumped on the bandwagon of calling this fake, y'all? You're not going to be shocked. Donald Trump himself. Look, we caught her with a fake crowd. There was nobody there, yeah, except for, all the people that were there. There was nobody there except for all the motherfuckers. Just good God, y'all. Doubling down on it. Has anyone noticed that Kamala cheated at the airport? There was nobody at the plane, and she AI'd it and showed a massive crowd of so-called followers, but they didn't exist. She was turned in by a maintenance worker, she wasn't, at the airport when he noticed the fake crowd picture, but there was nobody there. Later confirmed by the reflection of the mirror-like finish on the vice presidential plane. She's a cheater. She had nobody waiting, and the crowd looked like 10,000 people. Same thing is happening with her fake crowds at her speeches. This is the way Democrats win elections, by cheating. Such projection. And they're even worse at the ballot box. So this should make you excited if you're a Democrat, folks. They're losing so heavily that this is the links that they're stooping to. And here's the real video, folks. Live streamed from multiple outlets. Hundreds and thousands of people taking live video, pictures of it all over the place, thousands of eyewitnesses. And of course, if you know anything about AI, you know this is not AI. You can tell. It's not quite there yet. So just desperation from the Trump administration. But it bodes really well for the Kamala campaign. That's for fucking sure. Meanwhile, oh, yeah, folks. This is how desperate they are, folks. Now, Jerkules himself, Kevin Sorbo, he's posting this doctored photo from a decade ago to try to prove that they're hiring actors. Kamala is so popular. Look, actors needed. Phoenix Convenience Center only. This is a digital modification of a false ad, which has been circulating since 2017. But it does not matter, folks. They don't care if it's true or not. They just want to win by any means necessary. And this is the links they're willing to stoop to. Only it's not going to fucking work. People are seeing right through it. Meanwhile, feckless. That's the only word I can think to describe the Trump campaign and how it's trying to deal with Kamala Harris. This is how weak their attacks are, folks. This is how little they have.
Kamala Harris, it's interesting. Nobody really knows her last name. If you ask people, do you know what her last name is? Nobody has any idea what it is. Harris. It's like Harris. I don't know. How the hell did this happen?
What the fuck are you talking about? Everybody knows what Kamala Harris's last name is, but literally they have nothing else. Nobody even knows her name. She's so unpopular, folks. Who even is she? Harris? Haru? How do you pronounce it? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. Just what the fuck? We are reaching bizarre levels of ridiculousness, folks. Meanwhile, this dipshit went to McDonald's. He paid almost $5.50 for a large fry and blamed Kamala Harris for his own stupidity. Good Lord.
The price that I paid for just one order of fries at McDonald's. There it is, one order of large fries, $4.89. They charged me 10 cents for a bag, and with tax, it came to $5.46. At McDonald's, one order of large fries, $5.46. This is the Harris inflation. And I'll tell you right now, you have to be a fool to vote for Kamala Harris.
This is Conservatism 101. Gonna blame Kamala Harris for something that is his fault. This is capitalism. The reason they're charging $5.46 for large fries is because idiots are paying it. If you don't want the fries to cost this much, don't pay it. As soon as you saw that price, you should have said, "Oh, fuck no," and walked away. If enough people choose not to pay these prices, they lower the fucking prices. You cause the problem, and then, of course, take no responsibility for it. blame somebody who has absolutely nothing to fucking do with it. This is capitalism, bitch. Learn to love it. Amazingly pathetic. Meanwhile, do you guys know that Kamala Harris is not black? She's Jamaican. All right, I wonder.
I thought she was Indian all this time, too. I didn't know she was black. Actually, she's not even black. She's Jamaican.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Jamaica? Because I've been to Jamaica, and let me tell you from firsthand experience, they're black. They're really, really fucking black in Jamaica. Super black. So most of them are like Afro-Jamaican. You know, Jamaica is in America. It's in the Americas, and much like, the United States of America, slave drivers went over to Africa and got slaves, and they brought them to Jamaica to run the sugar fields, right? So pretty much exactly the same as what we're typically used to in America when we say African American. It's just a different section of America. Yes, very black. Good God. These people knew she was black. They're just fucking bullshitting. It's so stupid. Meanwhile, why does every attack on Kamala Harris make her look awesome? Like, what the fuck? Hey, let's Photoshop her looking hot as shit. That'll make people hate her. No! It makes me like her more and also want to masturbate a little bit. Thanks a lot. Now I want to vote and I'm horny. Good job. Sure hope Kamala is never America's president. Your opinion? My opinion is I'd hit it, I'd vote for it, and then I'd hit it, okay? I'd vote once, hit it twice. So I don't know. Backfire. That's what I'm thinking. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is accusing Kamala Harris of stealing his policy positions, which I guess she sort of is doing, to be honest with you. Now she comes out and says that they're going to make taxes on tips a thing of the past, which I hope they do, folks. I hope at least one of the sides does this, because I don't know if this is true or not, but it seems like if they do this, my job is about to be tax exempt, because pretty much every dollar I make is from tips. I get super chats, which are tips, and then Patreon, which is tips. Your boy Dusty about to be fucking tax free. Hell yeah. I can't wait. Passed this law yesterday. Never paying taxes again. Meanwhile, Tim Walz is fucking killing it. By far the most popular person in this race, y'all. Single-handedly gonna get Kamala Harris elected president with performances like this.
Hey. Yeah. Wow. Well, you might have seen a few people showed up in Philadelphia the other night. And then 10,000 plus walked into a field in western Wisconsin. And then on Wednesday, the largest crowd of the campaign showed up in Detroit, Michigan. But Arizona just couldn't leave it alone, could you? Wow. You know, it's not as if anybody cares about crowd sizes or anything. So.
I love it! Wow. They trolling the shit out of Donald Trump, and it's getting to him, folks. He's melting down. This is why he's pushing conspiracy theories about AI videos. Getting under his skin big time, folks. And then there's this one.
Look, you and I, especially the gray hairs in the crowd, we know our relatives. Republicans used to be the people talking about freedom. Not this group. When they talk about freedom, it means that the government should be free to invade your exam room with your doctor. Look, in Minnesota, we respect our neighbors and the personal choices they make. We We maybe wouldn't make the same choices, but we respect them. And I know in Minnesota and in Arizona and places across this country, you know what makes society work best? Is when you learn a golden rule. Mind your own damn business. Mind your own damn business. You don't need it. I don't need you telling me what books to read. I don't need you telling me about what religion we worship. And I sure the heck don't need you to tell me about my family.
Dude is absolutely slaying it, folks. Gonna be president probably 28, 32, whatever. Meanwhile, you won't be shocked, folks, but the whole tampon Tim thing is fake. Remember they said Tim Walz put tampons in the bathrooms of 4th grade boys to try to make you hate his guts? Even if he did do that, who gives a shit? Why do I give a fuck? Can have tampons every goddamn where, ain't hurt nobody. But this is even fake, folks. Tim Walz signed a bill that provides students with access to menstrual products at no charge, but nothing in the bill specifies how or where these products should be made available. In other words, Tim Walz does something incredibly base to free tampons in schools, and the right spins it by making stuff up and pretending it's radical because they hate trans people. Of course, it's all they have, folks. Transphobia and bigotry make you afraid, so you vote against your own best interests. Meanwhile, Julia Claire has a great take. My brother was also forced to have tampons in his bathroom at home because he and I shared a bathroom, and you'll never believe this, but he is alive and well today. Yep. That's her takedown of Medji and Kelly, who says, are you aware he forced 4th grade boys to have tampons in their school bathrooms? No, he didn't. Medji and Kelly lying her ass off because this is who they are. This is what they are. You're good with that? Totally norms? I would be. I'd be totally fucking fine with it if it was true, which it's not. You lying fucking cunt. God damn it. Meanwhile, this is how desperate they are, folks. They got nothing. They got nothing on Tim Walz. So they're going after him for handshaking his wife. Coke Jr. is like, totally normal to greet your wife with a firm handshake and a bro hug. All right, they're on stage. They shook hands. Yeah, what kind of freak would shake hands with his wife?
Thank you, honey. Fantastic. You go sit down, honey.
Didn't he get a back slap? But folks, this is how little they have. I love that every attack I can show you because it just makes them look fucking worse. Even J.D. Vance was going out there saying, when I gave my vice presidential nomination speech, I gave my wife a hug and a kiss. When Tim Walz gave his big speech, he gave his wife a nice, firm Midwestern handshake. That's what they're using to slam Tim Walz with, folks. Just so fucking pathetic and glorious at the same goddamn time. Meanwhile, J.D. Vance out there whining. He's like, oh my God, they're schoolyard bullying. They're calling me weird, y'all. On CNN, Senator J.D. Vance accuses Democrats of engaging in name calling and schoolyard bullying in campaign. These motherfuckers have no shame. Yeah, Crooked Hillary, Crazy Nancy Pelosi, Sleepy Joe, Coco Chow, Lying Ted, Ron DeSanctimonious, Bird Brain, Nikki Haley, Old Crow McConnell, Gavin Newsome, Pencil Neck Chef, Pocahontas, Crying Chuck, and Kamala. But it's you guys who are doing schoolyard bullying. But folks, it's different when they do it. Different set of rules 100% of the time. Bully all day long and then cry when the other side calls you weird because you're fucking weird as shit. Meanwhile, they're trying to attack Tim Walz for stolen valor. They think this is a good plan of attack, even though he was in the military for 24 fucking years. And the same people who are doing the stolen valor stick are posting memes like this. President Trump is relentless in pursuit of our freedom. Captain Bone Spurs, who never served in the military, they got him in military fatigues all day long because they're ridiculous. Meanwhile, this is what they're stooping to, folks. They're blaming Tim Walz for everybody who died in Afghanistan, or in Iraq, rather. My son was killed in Iraq after Tim Walz abandoned his military unit. That's right, Tim Walz abandoned this kid in Iraq, and he died because Tim Walz abandoned him, folks. Only, yeah. Give me a fucking break. No offense, but your kid came home in a box because George W. Bush and his buddies wanted to make some cash by starting an illegal war, not because a high school teacher didn't go. Walz filed to run for Congress 5 months before his unit even received notice of a deployment and was fully retired 2 months before. Walz did not abandon his unit, as the subject claims, nor was he ever expected to lead them into combat, as the author claims. It's just so fucking stupid, so pathetic. Imagine using your son's death to lie about another veteran who served 24 years for Donald fucking Trump, who never even thought about serving a single goddamn day, but they're below the fucking bottom of the barrel, these people. Incredibly goddamn desperate. Doesn't get any more desperate than this, folks. Here's a jack piece of shit bit. Breaking! We just got Tim Walz listed in the Urban Dictionary as a verb. Oh, that's hard to do. How did you manage to get something listed in the Urban Dictionary? Oh, you just filed out a form and hit send? Oh, wow. What a feat. Get in here and upvote it so it beats out the listing Team Kamala is trying to add. So I guess Team Walz means to deliberately bail on something important that everyone involved expected you to lead, like military deployment, while creating the impression that you did it anyway. Hey, man, I heard you led those kids through such a difficult time. Everyone is thankful for you. Between you and me, bro, I Tim Walz'd that shit. Aha! That just rolls off the tongue. I'm 100% sure that's going to catch on. Please continue doing this, conservatives. It's amazing to watch. Meanwhile, the bots are back at it, and it's weird, folks. All the bots were on social media spreading the exact same message with the exact same line verbatim. Rumors are already circulating of Tim Walz's resignation. Rumors are circulating of Tim Walz's resignation. The rumors are circulating that Tim Walz is going to drop out of the race. Rumors are circulating of Tim Walz's resignation. There are rumors circulating of Tim Walz's resignation. It was going all over social media, folks, so you know it's definitely going to happen. And a lot of the right-wing influencers picked up on this, trying to spread this bullshit. Keemstar, Tim Walz resignation rumors, something to do with horses. Got him, Keemstar. Amazing. They are running so scared, folks. And here's Chaya Rat Bitch. Do you guys think they will drop Walz? If yes, who will they replace him with? Definitely. They're going to definitely drop Tim Walz, by far the most popular person in this entire fucking race. The guy who is going to single-handedly win it for Kamala. Yeah, definitely. They're going to drop him, folks. But this is such projection about J.D. Vance. It's amazing. Cat, stop it. He's polling 21 points ahead of J.D. Vance. Michael Chance, Tim Walz is a disaster. Face it, they didn't vet him. Yeah, such a disaster. Tim Walz, who is killing it every step of the way. He's polling 21 points ahead of J.D. Vance. If Walz is a disaster, what does that make Vance? But they are desperate, folks. Grasping at any straw, and there's no straw there. Meanwhile, according to the latest polls, Michigan, Harris 50 to Trump's 46. Wisconsin, Harris 50 to Trump's 46. Pennsylvania, Harris 50 to Trump's 46. Turn the swing states completely around, folks. It's looking like a landslide victory for Kamala Harris. Now, once again, polls are just weather vanes. They just show you which way the wind's blowing, not set in stone. So pretend like we're losing by 1,000 points. Get every motherfucker you know to vote. Drive as many people to the polls as you fucking can. This is war. Red alert, but it's looking good, folks. It's looking real fucking good. The wind is behind us. The momentum going our way. And it's fucking beautiful. So for once, we have something to cheer about. And I, as well, Jenny Rude, love it. Yeah. Kamala Mena, yeah, Kamala, genius. Although if she doesn't do better on the Palestinians when she gets in office, I might start calling her Kamala. Just wait. Just like I started calling him Genocide Joe, whatever. push. Look up Rick Santorum in the Urban Dictionary. I know what a Santorum is. It's the frothy white shit around your ass when you're having anal sex. Yeah, not that I've ever done that. Blink, 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 blink. National Guard shouldn't be going overseas anyway. True story. We shouldn't be invading other countries, period. General of the Army, Dusty? Hell yeah. Put me in charge. I'd pull everybody out. Trump is still yapping. All right, good. We're going to peek in during the after party at the Elon Musk Trump conversation. See how that fuck is going. How is Dusty defined as asking for a friend? Oh, actually, look it up. I'm not even making this up. Dusty Smith in the Urban Dictionary. A Dusty Smith is when you put a powdered donut over your penis and then you have sex with your girl and then you smash the donut up in her vagina and then you take the donut and then you eat it after you're done smashing it up in her vagina. That is what a Dusty Smith is. I'm not making that up. That is a true story. Let's see if I can even show you because you guys are like, you're making that up. Dusty Smith Urban Dictionary. Here we go. All right. For you that call me a liar. Dusty Smith, a sexual activity which the male places a powdered donut around the shaft of his penis. He then proceeds to have intercourse with a woman, creating a cloud of dust as their bodies make contact. Finally, he makes the female eat the donut. Okay, he makes the female eat it. I forgot about that part. All right. You got to make her. I don't want to make her, though. That seems rapey. She has to eat it of her own will. Okay. Consent eating of the donut. And once again, I don't know who made this a thing. It wasn't me, but I'll take it. Could be worse. Could be way fucking worse. And all right, folks, moving right along. It's time to get depressed as shit. Raise your power fist, man. It's worse than I've ever seen it, folks. Let's do what we can to free Palestine. I'm just going to show you. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. But we have to see. We have to know. This is only a very, 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 very small portion of it. Very small portion of what's been on my timeline. This weekend is the worst I've ever seen it since the beginning. Which is hard to believe because it's been so unbelievably bad. But the child murder has been ramped up to another fucking level from these ghouls. No words, folks. They're bombing schools. They're killing hundreds of children. They've ramped up the genocide. They haven't ramped it down. And yes, folks, August 9th, the U.S. sent $3.5 billion more dollars to the terrorist organization, IDF, the terrorist government of Israel. We sent them $3.5 billion on August 9th. 10th, Israelis struck a school in Gaza that killed more than 100 people, folks. Butcher Biden, look at this evil sack of shit. Got his skin pulled back so fucking tight, cinched up behind his head. Got so much Botox in his fucking evil zombie skull. He can't even make a facial expression anymore. Just an old evil grimace. Fuck everything about Joe Biden. One of the most evil people to ever fucking live. Meanwhile, you guys remember how to pretend like they were trying to hold Israel accountable in some small way. They withheld one shipment of bombs because they claimed that they were trying to investigate a particular battalion of the IDF. And until their investigation went through, they were holding that particular shipment of weapons back. Well, guess what happened? Yeah, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has informed Israeli Defense Minister that he has decided to end the investigation into the Israeli Defense Forces Battalion for Human Rights Violations. He also informed Israel that the United States will not be imposing any sanctions on the unit after all. So nothing. Shocker. Shocker. It's all political theater. It's all a lie to try to fool us into believe that they care even in the slightest, even the minimum, which this was. This was the minimum. This was below the minimum. This wasn't even the minimum. This was just bullshit. But even the below minimum bullshit is bullshit, folks. They do not give a shit. The Biden administration is a terrorist organization just like the IDF. Meanwhile, remember the last show I talked to you guys about the rape camps? Yeah, Israel has rape camps. It's all admitted now. They have the people running the rape camps on TV defending the rape camps. And now, folks, They're going public. Mobs protesting for their right to rape. The right to rape. Here they are. Unbelievable. Women in Israel protest the right to rape. Hundreds of Israeli settlers have surrounded the home of the head of military prosecutor to protest his investigation of Israeli soldiers for raping Palestinian detainees. Israelis gather to defend soldiers accused of rape and harsh treatment of Palestinians. They're chanting, "This is Sodom, Sodom, Sodom," which I thought was like bad, right? In the Bible, isn't Sodom the place they were trying to rape people and God destroyed the whole city because they're trying to rape angels and stuff? I don't know. Seems bad to me, but I guess they want to be Sodom over there in Israel. They want the right to rape. Meanwhile, the guy that did the raping feels so comfortable in Israel, he took his mask off on stream so he could be celebrated as a hero. Yeah, this guy, no problem whatsoever showing his face. Bragging about it, folks. They're bragging about it. A rapist feeling comfortable enough to reveal his face and go on every public platform announcing he gang raped someone should tell you all you need to know about the Israeli society, the most bankrupt society I've ever seen, morally bankrupt in every way. I've never seen a society so evil. Not a single one. I can't name a Muslim society that is this evil, folks. Maybe they are, but not as outwardly as far as I could tell. Meanwhile, we have these backwoods hills have eyes inbreds ruling us, folks. These incredibly bizarre, strange cretins own our government. In the Palestinian village of Al-Ahuja, 10 miles north of Jericho, American journalist Brendan Rains was covering settlers' attack on Palestinian water infrastructure. I showed you this on the last show where they're destroying the water pipes to make sure all the Palestinian children thirst to death. During a stop, aggressive Israeli settlers taunt him, spat on him, and threw beer at him. Look at these fucking weirdos. Holy God, dude. Man, I have lived in Mississippi my entire life. I've been on every backwoods that there is in this fucking state. I have never encountered anybody this weird, anybody this inbred, anybody this hills have eyes before. Look at these people. These people are in charge of our government, y'all. What the fuck? This is so scary. How is this real life right now? These are the people protesting for their right to rape us, folks. These people are protesting their right to rape us. And our government belongs to them. Meanwhile, they're going out in public arguing that they have the right to murder children.
There is such a concept in Jewish law as any population, and under very, very specific circumstances, according to various rabbinic opinions, it would be seemingly permissible to kill children.
Yeah, hey, under Judaism, under the law, it's in some cases okay to murder children. So what we're doing is not bad, folks. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to murder all the children. We're going to rape all you. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And sadly, the answer is nothing, nothing. I guess we're all going to get dragged away to the rape camps because this is the United States of Israel, bought and paid for. They used our own tax dollars to bribe our own government officials to take over our government, and they own us. Meanwhile, they're posting shit like this, folks. Here's Zionism. One day, the Palestinians will bow down and apologize for what they have done. With the picture of a Palestinian sucking on the toes of a Jewish princess, an Israeli Zionist princess. Just incredibly fucking evil. This is how they see themselves, folks. They see themselves as the God people, the rulers of us all. And no matter how many children they murder, no matter how many people they rape, We are supposed to worship them because that's what God had declared. That's what God declared in this thousands of year old book of ancient fiction. So I guess that's the way it's going to be, folks. Slaves. We're all going to be fucking slaves. Meanwhile, the Zionist protesters, it's almost like they're not real. It's almost like these people are double spies or something. It's almost like they're put in place to make Zionists look bad. Because I can't imagine anybody who watches this woman, who listens to her voice, is sympathetic towards her, thinks that she looks good, or wants to be on her side in any way. These Zionists are the biggest MVPs us anti-genociders ever had. Case in point, I gave you one of the most annoying cunts that ever existed.
Israel! Our people come from Israel! You have come your people! Zionism is a political movement which is causing bloodshed. That's where our family is from. I'm from Israel. How can you hold that flag? This is because the actions of the Zionist people, they are responsible. What are you talking about? That's where it is. We live in a beautiful peace. We live in a beautiful peace in Palestine. People for hundreds of years. You're not a Jew! You're not a Jew! How dare you!
I think it's a new one. I think she did it again. She was on the Us videos before, but I think it's a new one. I may be wrong about that, but I think this is a completely new one. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever. There's so many trying to keep track of. Meanwhile, another one of these Zionist fucking boomers punching a woman. Yeah, you'll notice it's always a woman or child. They never attack men their own size. Yeah, there he goes. They think they have the right to assault you, folks. You should be worshiping them. You don't have the right to free speech. You don't have the right to say what you want. You say something like, they have the right to punch you. Yep. Big man. Punch a woman in the face. I dare you say something I don't like. You're supposed to be on your knees sucking my toes, Goyim. Literally how a bunch of them feel about us, folks. Meanwhile, yeah, a Jewish person responds to a photograph of Palestinian children digging in the rubble for food due to forced starvation. I want to say not a Jewish person, but a Zionist. Good, they are Hamas. Yeah, let them starve. All the children are Hamas, folks. We're all Hamas. We all deserve the rape camps. We all deserve to be murdered, folks. Anybody who is against this, folks, this is how they view us. Doesn't matter if you're a child or not. The most evil society on the planet. Meanwhile, speaking of evil cunts, Gal Gadot's new movie is out. Apparently, she's playing the evil queen in Snow White. And yeah, a little bit on the nose, she's playing a character that tries to kill a child and steal her kingdom. How fitting. And also, I don't know how it's possible to act poorly in a still screenshot, but somehow she's still doing it. One of the worst actresses of all fucking time, Gal Gadot. Fuck her and her IDF ass. Meanwhile, I didn't like this. Natalie Wynn was out there basically chastising people for declaring that our government is Zionist occupied. Now, what do you guys think about this? She says that no leftist should be using the phrase Zionist occupied government for any reason because it's a term used by the Ku Klux Klan, a white Aryan resistance, and 90s Timothy McVeigh ass Nazi jargon. But here's the thing. We do have a Zionist-occupied government. So are we not allowed to say the truth just because some dickheads told the truth in the past? Hey, if the Ku Klux Klan said that the earth was round, are we then not allowed to say the earth is round? Or like what? I asked her if she clarified. Does she think that Zionists do not occupy our government? Or she just thinks that you shouldn't use this phrase? Maybe Zionists own our government? Zionists control our government? Is that okay to say? Is it just the word occupied she don't like? I don't know. She didn't respond to say, but disappointed I noticed that she hasn't really showed very many of the child murders, the ethnic cleansing, the destruction of Palestine and its people, but she sure is Johnny on the spot to call us out for rightly pointing out that the government is Zionist occupied. So I don't know. A little bit disappointed, but whatever, I guess. Meanwhile, last but not least, heroes! They did it. Western universities should follow the lead here. They voted to cut ties with Israel.
Those in favor of the motion.
Awesome. University of Sydney. Every school should do this. Nobody should be doing any kind of business with Israel. We need to boycott them. We need to bankrupt them. Collapse their entire fucking economy. Show them that evil does not pay in our society. Fuck around and find out. Thank you, heroes of the University of Sydney. And that is my Free Palestine coverage for tonight. There is a better way to say it. Okay, how would you say it? Zionists occupy our government. Go. How do you say that better? Zionists rule us. Zionists have bought our government. Zionists control our government. See, the thing is no matter how you say it, they're still going to claim it's a Nazi dog whistle. They're still going to claim the same exact thing. Don't say that. You sound like the KKK, but it's fucking true. So how are we going to phrase it where they won't claim it's a dog whistle? There's no way. There's no way. I ain't playing this fucking game. I don't give a shit. Call me a Nazi. Call me an anti-Semite. Call me KKK. I don't give a fuck. Zionists occupy our governments. They have bought our politicians. They have taken fucking over. A coup happened. We are now ruled by a foreign fucking entity. I don't care who's offended by the goddamn truth. I'm offended by somebody telling me I'm not allowed to say the truth. Fuck that bullshit. And, all right, folks. Israel economy is not going to last. I know it's doing very poorly, folks. Israel economy is on the ropes. The boycotts are working. Keep it up. Don't buy anything from Israel. And, we're along, folks. Still got a couple sections to go. We're going to do Beyond Parody. And then that's it. One more section. That's it. So last chance to get your super chats in. If you want to support the show, help out me and the Floating Cats. And now is your time. Support this cute little motherfucker back there. Look at that one. That one's Piper. Cute little ass Piper. I'm not going to reach out and touch her because she'll run away. But she's cute as shit. Don't you want to support her? Super chats. And all right, last but not least, I'm going to finish you off with a happy ending. It's time for some Beyond Parody. Israeli occupied government sounds worse than Zionist. Israeli sounds like you're saying Jew. I don't want to say Jew because, God damn it. None of that. Because it's a big difference between being a Zionist and a Jew. It's actually anti-Semitic to conflate being a Zionist with a Jew because lots of really, really fine Jews, millions of them are all across the world fighting against that bullshit. And thank you. I love my non-Zionist Jewish brothers and sisters out there. Israeli lapdog, all right, works for me. Contra-appointed or government. Piper floating over the bus coach. Oh yeah, she's cute. I wish I could pet her, but I can't because she's gonna run away. Little asshole. All right, first on tonight's Beyond Parody, folks. Do you know who's just a regular guy, just one of us? Elon Musk. Elon Musk is all like, you watched the Hunger Games and sided with the resistance. That's right. I did. And so did Elon Musk. If there's one thing I know about the Hunger Games, it was how the richest man in the world was part of the resistance. What's that now? Yeah, no. Didn't you watch it? That's the opposite of the whole fucking movie. It's about how the rich pit us all against each other and then enjoy our suffering. All the rich motherfuckers were the bad guys, Elon. You watched Star Wars and sided with the resistance. Wasn't no rich motherfuckers on the resistance in Star Wars. You watched The Matrix and you sided with the resistance. Yeah, wasn't no rich motherfucker part of the goddamn Zion either. You watched Divergent and sided with the resistance. You watched V for Vendetta and sided with the resistance. When it's fiction, you understand, yet you refuse to see it when it's the reality you're living in. Wow, dude. I am part of the resistance, and it's you we are resisting against. It's just crazy, y'all. I mean, I know he knows, but this is just so foolish and so ridiculous. It's hard to think that anybody could take this shit seriously, yet it has 1 million likes. Now, I know that 75% of the people that follow Elon Musk are bots. I know it's a bullshit number, but still, the level of stupidity is just next fucking level with this shit. Meanwhile, shamelessness is their superpower. So I talked about this before, how the first time I saw Donald Trump wear that little red MAGA hat, the little baseball cap, I thought to myself, oh my God, this is so stupid. He is trying to pander so hard. This incredibly rich motherfucker trying to pander to Republicans wearing this baseball cap to try to make them think that he is one of them. He is just a regular, down-to-earth guy that wears baseball caps. He's wearing a $3,000 suit and this baseball cap. And I was like, oh my God, this is so lame. This is never going to fucking work. Everybody's going to see right the fuck through this. Shows you what I know. That's how dumb Trump supporters are. It actually fucking worked. The biggest sign of pandering I've ever seen worked like a charm. So now the Kamala Harris campaign doing something similar. They have a Harris Walz camouflage hat. And of course, beyond parody, Fox News had this take on it. Well, I'm not even going to play it. Basically, they're saying that they're pandering, folks. Yes, they're pandering, of course. But, I mean, nobody ever pandered more than goddamn Donald Trump. And you guys had no problem with that. So, maybe a little bit of consistency? Nah, of course not. Meanwhile, totally on the fucking nose, folks. Oh, beyond parody, the Trump campaign was playing the theme from Titanic at its rally. Yeah. Did you guys watch the movie? You guys know what the Titanic is, don't you? It didn't go well. Holy God. You're rich, dude. It's amazing that you don't fucking buy a clue. And, dude, you have to get off my fucking mouse finger. Just go on, okay? That's irritating. Don't do that again. Quit. He wants to lay on my fucking mouse hand so I can't fucking do the show. He's like, oh, you're moving your hand? That's where I want to be. That's basically like petting me. You're moving your hand. That's petting me. No, it's not petting you. It's doing a fucking show, dude. No, oh, great. Another one. Yeah. Oh, how did you know? I needed more cat ass in my face. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Oh, rub your cat ass all over my microphone. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to smell your cat ass when I'm talking to this fucking microphone. Anyway, next up. Folks! I sure hope this doesn't make Joe Biden drop out of the race, but apparently Little Pump is going to perform a Joe Biden diss track at the upcoming Trump rally. Damn, that's definitely going to get a lot of people to vote for Trump. Dissing Joe Biden, who last I heard wasn't running for president anymore. And I know all the Trump supporters love Little Pump. Isn't that what they want to see? Totally. This is not embarrassing in every fucking possible way. Meanwhile, who could have possibly imagined that this guy with the face tattoos is a complete goddamn dumbass? Here's Little Pump on his Twitter. He says, we are gaining ground in every state. Make America red. Make America great again. Only here's the thing. This electoral map is from 2020 presidential election in which Joe Biden won the election over Donald Trump. Yeah, this map shows Kamala Harris, that this was Kamala Harris winning handily over Donald Trump. How does the Electoral College work? Oh my God, you're so stupid. And that. Oh my God. Dr. Jordan Peterson, the brain trust of the right, the daddy of all the incels, really thought he did something here, folks. Jordan Peterson says, there's a reason that the wolf preying on Little Red Riding Hood wore a dress. Yeah, folks, there is a reason that the wolf preying on Little Red Riding Hood wore a dress. And it's not because he was pretending to be trans. That's what he's getting at, folks. He's getting at, yeah, hey, the person that wrote Little Red Riding Hood was trying to warn us about trans people. They're trying to warn us about how evil people put on dresses to take advantage of us. That's really the moral of the story. It's not. But yeah, the reason Little Red Riding Hood had a wolf wearing a dress is because the wolf ate her grandmother and was trying to fool her to get closer so she could eat her too. If she would have ate her grandpa, he would have been dressed like the grandpa. It has nothing to do with transness at all. But this is what happens when you get brain worms, when your mind is infected with the anti-woke mind virus. Everything is about trans, even when it has nothing to do with trans. That's all you can see. That's all you can think about. Completely fucking obsessed. And goddamn, is it pathetic. And last but not least, this is it, folks. Finish on this one. Oh my God, I almost feel sorry for RFK Jr. I don't, but I almost feel sorry for him. Holy God, speaking of brainworms, so this is so sad, y'all. So you guys remember on my last show, I pointed out that Tim Pool was trolling. It was obvious he was joking. This is what Tim Pool does. He'll just say something that's obviously a fucking troll. And so since Joe Rogan came out and supported RFK Jr., Tim Pool trolled his audience. And he said, okay, I'm voting for RFK Jr. now. Obviously a troll. I didn't believe it. I told you guys it was just a joke. RFK Jr., this sad motherfucker, thought Tim Pool was telling the truth. He did not realize Tim Pool was fucking trolling, y'all. Oh, my God. So he replies back to Tim Pool and says, I'm so for you, Tim, for your confidence in me, most of all for your steadfast defense of the Constitution and relentless love for our country. Oh, my God, you sad motherfucker. So Tim Pool, unfortunately, had to let this gravelly bitch down easy and say, you're a good dude, brother, but I was trolling the haters about, but in all honesty, I do intend to vote for Trump. Oh, my God. You're so sad, but hilarious. I fucking love it. Best day ever. And that is my Beyond Parody. Finish off strong, folks. Hell yeah. And folks, if you bail out of here, please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe. Leave a comment. Why have you not left a comment? What is wrong with you? Just type shit and hit the button. Do it. But most importantly, go join my Patreon, because tonight on the after party, we're going to cover all this stuff. I got some religious bullshit. We're saving the after party tonight. You're going to want to see that. And we're also going to check in on the Donald Trump, Elon Musk conversation, see if that's actually going well. I've been going live, so I haven't been able to tune into it, but we're going to look into it. So join me. Become a patron. Link in the description of this video. Do it to it. Thank you in advance. And all right, let's read the super chats. Jupiter Quake, much love for the kitties and the puppies. Lad Cheese and Quinn all say hi. Hey, scritches to Lad Cheese and Quinn from me. Thank you, Jupiter Quake. Very generous. Good to see you tonight. BBC 666, Hail Satan. I am way too baked to type, and yet you did, you handsome son of a bitch. Love you all, and hope to everyone comes after party sofa care. Yep, everybody go subscribe to BBC's channel. I'm sure it's going to put the link in the description of the video, or in the chat over there. This is just in. Ohio Basset Hound endorse Harris Walz. All right, woo-woo. I don't know what that is, but I love it. Oh, I guess that's you. Are you the Ohio Basset Hound? Then good on you. Big scritches for your Ohio Basset Hounds. And thank you for the $20. Very generous. Greetings from Baldur's Gate. Love that game. I'm making a new gaming series starring Belfagor body bags. Please follow. All right, everybody go follow Jupiter Quake in his game about Belfagor body bags, which whatever that is. And Hell Satan 66. Blaze and Chronic $10. I'll see you in the replay. I got to work tonight. All right, well, watch me during work. What the fuck? What kind of job do you have that doesn't let you listen to the world's greatest show? Quit. Don't quit. Keep your job and keep super chatting me, actually. I'll see you tomorrow. Blaze and Chronic. 5 free tickets for you lucky son of bitches from Kevin Milligan. Check the membership section of YouTube if you got a ticket. And give Kevin Milligan your love. Come hang out with us right now. We're about to do it. Buddha come a boss. $5, you a boss, buddy. How could I be the boss when you are my boss? I guess I read them all. All right, that's it, folks. Hey, folks, I'm going to be back on Wednesday, day after tomorrow. Going to work hard. Put together a new episode of the world's greatest show. So be sure to come join me live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. You want to come live to make sure you get your chance to win a free ticket to all the after parties for a whole month. So show up. And also, you get to hang out with the world's greatest audience. You get to make friends, get to joke around with really funny people in the audience. So be here live. It's very important you do so. So see you guys on Wednesday. I love the ever-loving motherfucking shit out of you guys. And as always, till next time, Logic, fuck yes. And now we're going to play a song called Rusty Dusty, a song that was written to make fun of me I love this song because basically this song is that I was telling people to challenge Donald Trump and to keep him from getting elected. And this song basically says that my views on Donald Trump are hard to find. I guess I wasn't clear, folks. I guess I have not been clear about what my belief system is. My bad. Anyway, here's the song. Time for a little kitty party.
In my opinion, the most meaningful change I can personally make in my niche is to expose what the crazy Christian conservatives who have taken over our government are doing.
All right, kitty party!
Dusty, you've gotten rusty. Why are you playing those video games? Hey, Whitey, if
all right, we got Piper, Pretty Boy, Half Stash, and Violet tonight. Games? We went 4 for 4, pretty good. Not too bad. Hell yeah.
Trying to find your way, but it's hard with VR goggles on your face. You told so many people that you're taking them on, taking on Trump, taking on the right, but it seems pretty hard to find.
Where is it?
Yeah, it
seems kind of hard to find.
Dusty, you gotten rusty. Why are you playing those video games? And why did Trump's in the White House? Why are you playing those video games? Let me try to explain. It's hard when you get mad at what other people make and then you start what you create. It's some jokes and sucking video games. You're a troll and a showman. Well, then I really don't know then. What you think or believe?
Yeah, what do I think or believe? It's so hard to know. I'm so vague. I wish I was more specific. I need to quit being so shy. Whoa.
Dusty, you got rusty. Time to retire to my private lake. Whitey, I don't hate ya. I'm just disappointed.
Everybody's so disappointed. Hell yeah. Cry harder news. Not everybody love you. See you Wednesday. Tomorrow's a primary. Let go. Yeah, Jupiter quake. Hell Satan.